good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's Shabbat. Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. So happy, grateful, thankful, elated, ecstatic to be here with you on a day to lead you in a very special way. In today's Good Morning Grief Devotion, this is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief. One day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and my sisters, that is the natural, normal, and the necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I'm so grateful that you're here with us on today as we lead you in a very special way. As today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 163. This lesson is for you and for me. We're going to talk about grief and social anxiety. Grief and social anxiety. What is the intersection of grief and social anxiety? Let's talk about it, y'all. After loss, even ordinary gatherings can feel extraordinarily hard. After loss, even ordinary gatherings. It's just an ordinary gathering, but it can seem especially hard. The room feels too loud. The conversations feel too shallow. You feel seen, but not understood. That grief often comes with an invisible layer of social anxiety. How many of y'all have experienced that after navigating through your grief, that these ordinary gatherings, they feel hard. They just feel extraordinarily hard. The room is loud. Conversations are shallow. You feel seen but not understood. That grief comes, I love it, with an invisible layer of social anxiety. What do I say when they ask how I'm doing? Will I cry in front of the people? What if someone says something insensitive or avoids me altogether? Have you had these mindset? Have you had this mindset and had these feelings as you navigated through your grief? Right? What do I say? If they say, "How you doing?" What am I supposed to say? If they ask, and depending on the nature of the situation, right? If it was something that involved law enforcement or something, where are they at with the case? How's the case going? They caught anybody yet? They just say all of these things and I think people don't realize or understand that if one person asks it, it's really 100 people that's asking it. And you probably feel like just writing it down and just holding up a clipboard that answers all the questions. How am I doing today? Blah, 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 blah. No, they haven't made any discoveries on the whatchamacallit. No, blah, 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 blah. You feel like just holding this up as a disclaimer, so you ain't got to keep answering the same questions over and over and over again. There's this social anxiety that comes along with even just going to ordinary, right, events. What if someone says something insensitive or avoids me altogether? Then you got that awkwardness. People say insensitive stuff. You got the awkwardness of people don't know what to say, so they just avoid you altogether. How do I deal with all of this, right? What do I do? And for some of y'all, I just rather stay home. It's too much to deal with. It's too much to process. It's too much to go through. I just rather stay at home, right? That being in public, post-loss can feel like stepping into the world wearing your pain on your sleeve. You may smile out of politeness, but while silently screaming inside, you may feel like a stranger in familiar places. Guess what, y'all? This is normal. You are not broken. You're just grieving. This is what you got to know and understand. All of this is normal. You're not broken. You're just grieving. Think of it like this, because grief is often it's like the silent wound that we deal with, right? Think of it like this. If you had a cast on your leg, or something that was more visible, your arm was broken, the same thing would kind of occur. You got to, oh, what happened? Oh, what happened? It's like this attention comes to you and they ask, oh, what happened? What happened? You got to answer that 1,000 times. How you doing? How you feeling? Then they gonna talk about when they broke their leg when they was 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and then you go into all of that. Yeah, it's the same. It's kind of the same thing. Grief is the invisible wound, and the same thing happens with the invisible wounds that happens with the ones that you can see. They gonna ask you 1,000 questions. You're gonna go through. Sometimes I don't know if it's like a broken leg, so maybe you don't feel as bad. You talk about it, it ain't that much, but grief is different, right? And there comes this anxiety, because this physical wound that you could see, a broken leg, a cast on my arm, you can deal with that. You can talk about that. That's more so physical. It may be a little mental, emotional, but it's more so just it's a physical injury. It's gonna heal. Grief is all of it. There's physical effects, there's mental, there's emotional, spiritual, and there's so much it drains you, and you can feel awkward. You can feel like I don't even want to go to the social event because it's just so much, right, to deal with. And this is what you got to know and understand. It's normal. You're not broken. You're just grieving. Your nervousness is not weakness, is evidence that your heart is still healing. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to explain it. And you don't have to stay longer than you're able. Oh, you don't have to fake it. You don't have to explain it. And you don't have to stay longer than you are able, right? Whether it's a pop in and a pop out, whether it's a show up, you making a cameo and you bouncing, what you don't have to stay longer than you are able. God walks with you into every room. His presence becomes your anchor when your emotions feel unsteady. You got to know God is with me. How do I deal with this emotional anxiety, the social anxiety, and going different places? God walks with you in every room, right? And not only does he walk with you, his presence becomes your anchor when your emotions feel unsteady. You are anchored by the presence of God as you navigate through these situations. That's what I do. It's a lot of stuff I pray. God, anchor me. God, go before me, walk with me, and come behind me. When it's socially unawkward, when you know me, God, when I start to that lump get in my throat and I start to tense up or I start to feel some type of way, just help me to breathe, help me to sense your presence, right? Help me to navigate through this. Help me to navigate through this. And that's what you got to know and understand. Here's some practical application for you. Before attending your next gathering, take a moment to breathe and pray. Breathe and pray. Whether this is holidays, whether it's, I know Mother's Day just passed, Father's Day is coming, whether it's the date of the event, whether it's just a social gathering, whether it's just a barbecue, whatever the case may be, right? This is what you can do. Before attending your next gathering, take a moment to breathe and pray. God, be my peace in this place. Be my peace in this place. Help me honor my boundaries and find comfort in your presence. That's all you got to say. God, be my peace in this place. Help me to honor my boundaries. Help me to honor my boundary. If I say 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes. I'm going to set the timer. And when it go off, I'm going to gracefully leave. Help me to honor my boundaries. If I say I'm staying for 30, I'm staying for 30. If I say I'm staying for 30 and I feel like leaving at 15, I'm going to leave at 15. God, help me to honor my boundaries. This is what's called, y'all listen to me good. This is what's called self-care, right? It's not just pedicures and manicures and massages, but it's honoring your emotional and mental boundaries, taking care of yourself instead of accommodating the needs or the expectations of others, right? Self care is honoring your boundaries and knowing that if I said 30, but at 15, I'm ready to bounce. Oh, I'm going to honor my boundaries, practice self care, and I'm dipping, right? Because I know my capacity and I've reached it. So chuck up the deuces. You pray, God, be my peace in this place. Help me to honor my boundaries and find comfort in your presence. And remember, y'all, you don't owe anyone a performance. You don't owe anyone a performance. I'm going to say it again. I want you to lean in this time. You don't owe anyone a performance. I'm going to say it again. You don't owe anyone. I don't care how close they are. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You don't owe anyone a performance. You're allowed to protect your peace while healing at your pace. You are allowed. You tell them your grief coach said you are allowed to protect your peace while healing at your pace. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 163. I told you this lesson is for you and for me. Grief and social anxiety. Now that you got it, now that you know, I hope you're able to govern yourself accordingly as you navigate through these events, these places where you're going and what you're doing. It's about you, and that's on the period. Amen. Good morning to all of y'all. Hey, Natasha Davis, good morning. And exactly, folks, I've been folks before. Body don't think before speaking. They don't. We don't think, right? That's right, LaShonda. Honor your boundaries. Honor your boundaries. This was much needed. Thank you. Thank you, Nikisha. Nikisha, I found your pen too. I know you asked about it. I found your pen. I don't know. It's because somebody else may have taken it and given it to you, but if not, I found it and I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you. Thank you for protecting my thank you. Yeah, protecting my peace. That's right. I don't need your permission to take care of myself. Glory. Eh. Sure don't. That's on the period. Not anybody protecting my peace and healing at my pace. Protect your peace and heal at your pace. And when I say that, listen, when I say that, I mean that. Anybody can get it, right? And this is, and understand this, like I don't try to be quick with the scissors. I don't try to be quick with the I ain't trying to be quick with the cutoff game. It's a defense mechanism when I know and understand you are crossing my boundary and I'm trying to protect my peace and I know my capacity. So if you try to push me beyond it, please understand it's going to come with a cutoff, right? And you may see a different, that's when you get to that fight or flight mode. When you not as strong. I remember finally having to tell people this process when they kept saying, "You're so strong," that I'm not as strong as y'all think I am. Said it with my whole chest. That was setting a boundary because I did not feel strong at all during that time. That's on the period. That's on the period. And I ain't got to be strong. I tell people you ain't got to be strong. The Bible says his strength is made perfect in my weakness, right? So I'm going to admit moments where I'm weak. I don't got to be strong because he will be when I can't be. He will be when I can't be. And that's on the period. You are so very welcome, Miss Thomasine. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Come on, we're going to continue to make it, y'all, one day at a time. One day at a time. One day at a time. This is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all come on back. Y'all can come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Holler at me. Same time, 8 a.m. I'm going to be here. Lord say the same for another Good Morning Grief devotion. Good morning.